mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to know about kind of the older stuff, and especially like prehistory. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Time Team
This
is
kind of leans on to a subject I wanted to talk about. I know we've gone quite long,
yeah.
so you can cut me short whenever you want because I get it. But so Kingdom Come Deliverance, do you know who the
Yes.
main enemy in that game is?
No.
The Hungarians. Did you not know
um,
that?
no. I don't know. I've never played Kingdom Come Deliverance. But
All
what
right.
is it?
So
It's like a medieval game, right?
yeah, so it's based. I can't remember the time it was based exactly, but it's when the Roman Empire ruled like Czechoslovakia, or is it? It's called Czech Republic now. I think I've just offended some Slovakians and Czechs. I apologize for that. But in those days, it was called Czechoslovakia. Um, and it's based in them when the Romans ruled it, and it's when the Hungarians are like invading it. So you know you're constantly fighting the Hungarians, and it's such a great game. Like to save the game, you have to learn how to craft a potion. Which to do that, you have to learn how to read. So you literally have to learn how to read in the game to then be able to craft a potion to enable you to save the game at any time because it's called shave or schnapps is what you drink. Like there's other ways, like you can sleep and save it or finish a mission and save the game. But if you want to save the game like a regular game, like where it's like, let me just save it before I do this crazy thing, like you have to learn how to read. Like and you also can learn how to read Latin in the game for religious purposes. You know, if like you want to do a mission with like a certain priest or an exorcism or something, so you learn Latin to communicate that. Um, literally everything about the game, you start with nothing. So you're just a blacksmith's son whose town gets invaded by the Hungarians, and then you're left by yourself. So, like, so you're a young adult, so you don't know how to read, you don't know how to, forge swords, you don't know how to repair swords or your clothes or anything like that. And if you want to, you can learn how to be a tailor, so you can fix your own clothes on the go, or you can learn to be a blacksmith, so you can. Obviously, I've learned it all because I've played it that much now. My guy's like a master at everything, but I've always found it such a underrated game. Like it's literally in my top five of all time games. Like people go on about Skyrim, which again is probably in my top five. I'd put it above Skyrim. Like that's how good it is. You know what I mean?
And it's coming out with a sequel, right?
Yeah, yeah. The sequel's coming out soon. Um, but like I don't know if you're still into your gaming, but I honestly think you would love this game, like with the history that's in it. Like, I've learned so much about that part of Europe just through this game, like because
Yeah.
it's based on real figures, like
Yeah, I see. It's
Sigmund
set
or
during
whatever.
the 1400s during the Holy Roman Empire, so that would be Germany. Whenever Germany took over, and they were uh,
Yeah,
kind of the leaders, and it's yeah, I see that King Sigmund and his forays into the Czechoslovakia area. So that's pretty cool. Holy Roman Empire is super interesting. If you ever want to nerd out into some history, Holy Roman Empire is definitely worth looking
yeah.
into.
But do you know Jimmy Carr, the comedian?
Mhm.
He made a great observation. He said it's never died. The Holy Roman Empire has
It's
never
just the
died.
Vatican. It's just smaller now.
Yeah, yeah, it's just the Vatican, and it now controlled a big part of the world through the Vatican, basically. So it's still like it's still
Yeah,
like as present as it was in those days in a lot of senses.